We've been successfully able to ensure that the government reaches out to some of you, and we've been trying to ensure that our efforts are there. When you called in this afternoon, we told you that we would send your message to the Chief Minister's office. Some of you who called in here have been able to get help from the government. We have a list of those who received help. Let me quickly go across to Dhanya Rajendran, co-founder of the News Minute, joining us live this evening, along with Pooja Prasanna, a correspondent in Bengaluru. Pooja, let's speak to Dhanya and find out who has received help. Every half hour we've been sending mails to the Chief Minister's office. Who's received help so far?
Absolutely, Dhanya. Quickly, if you could just tell us, the list of names that you have given to the Chief Minister's office. How many of them have been rescued? What's the message you're getting from the ground?
Well, the list has been passed on to a lot of people. Like, for example, there was a scholar called Shrikant from Hyderabad. He's been told that his family is safe now in Chennai. There were these people who sent mails to Times Now from Jafar Khan Pate. Some of them have been rescued, some of them not been rescued. The people who are really stuck even now are from Arnab housing colony. We are trying to reach out. In West Mamlam, there were many people who called from West Mamlam saying it's practically sinking. The DMK Helpline has agreed to send lorries to these places. They're saying they've arranged at least one lorry to go to these places. So various people are trying to get things done. There is a Chennai Rain Relief Center which is also coordinating some of the efforts. So the numbers have been sent not to just one place but to various places. So we don't actually know who sent out that help, but there are people who are, some of them at least, who are getting that help.
Also, you have been connecting the volunteers with people who need help. What sort of a response have you been getting on Twitter?
See, that's got tough after 4 or 5 o'clock because there were people who are volunteering who had cars with them, who had food packets, but now it's getting dark and the water levels are simply rising. For example, there was a man who wrote to us from GN Chetty Road. He had a car, he could go, but by the time we could figure out where he could go, it was fully flooded. So now boats are perhaps the only solution for most people. I think the Chennai Commissioner will have to make it clear as to which all areas are they prioritizing and where are they going. But what we are seeing in Chennai is that people are helping people. The media, of course, is helping. For example, all the emails that we got through you guys, many of those numbers we're trying to reach out and see that those people are safe. Now, like I said, we don't know who's rescued who, but we are glad that at least some people are getting rescued in the process.
Absolutely, Dhanya. You've also collated, some of the do's and don'ts for people who are able to watch in Chennai. What are the things that you would suggest that they should be doing right now?
If you're in a low-lying area like Perambakam, Madipakam, Madiyar, Koturpuram, the moment you are rescued, make it a habit to go to the IMD site. If you think there's a forecast for heavy rains, do not go back till the Chennai Commissioner tells you that it is safe to go back to your houses. Move to high-rise buildings. Try to stock food and water as much as you can because a lot of people are saying there's no water. Save your mobile batteries. SMS your relatives that you're safe, but you're switching off your mobile phones because, when in distress you will switch it on. I see a lot of people keeping on messaging, but they're draining their batteries out, so that's very important now. The other thing really is that if it's any kind of level of water in which you can move out of your houses, then just do that.
My last question to you, Dhanya, we understand Chennai is completely cut off, but for our viewers who are watching from across the country, what can they possibly do to make sure that they do their little bit to help people in Chennai and across Tamil Nadu today?
See, I think there are a lot of people who are trying to get funds in. I know that Amazon is trying to put a helpline where they're going to stream some funds. There are many organizations which have started crowdfunding for Chennai, so people can perhaps donate to these places. There are many people in Bangalore who want to send relief and food to Chennai, but most of the highways are now cut off, but hopefully by tomorrow morning things will get sorted out.
Absolutely. There you heard it, Niranjan. India Stands with Chennai News Minute has been a very big part of it, putting volunteers in touch with those who are in need and also constantly ensuring that they put out authentic information and ensuring that the authorities, be it somebody in the government or anybody else who could possibly help these people who are in need, do get that help. That process has already started with this tie-up with News Minute and will continue as we go forward with this. Back to you.
Right, Dhanya, do stay with us. In fact, we're also trying to connect with the Commissioner of Chennai, who's in charge of the civic body there. We are trying to get in touch with him. Hopefully, in the next few minutes, Vikram Kapoor should join us on the phone line. But before that, several initiatives are being taken by citizens of Chennai. Remember, most parts of Chennai are cut off, no electricity. It's more of a precautionary measure, but there are others who are trying to reach out because most people don't have electricity, unable to get through to phones. Some of them are running out of currency. We've been monitoring some of the social media posts. So for those who run out of recharge on their phone, people are trying to recharge their phones. People are trying to ensure that they send power banks to those who don't have access to electricity. Small measures being taken by some of the citizens on the social media. Let me go across to Kashif, who will give us a detail of the crowdsourced initiatives that are on as far as Chennai rains are concerned. Over to you, Kashif.
That's it, Niranjan. In times like these, where electricity and other resources are very scarce, this initiative for Bangalore for Chennai, this is being maintained from Bangalore. This initiative, what it basically aims is to make a collective in Bangalore and then pass it on to Chennai. Chennai, we know, is completely inundated, water everywhere, power is not available 24/7. So this initiative, which has started today, has been gone crowdsourced. What they're looking at is like donating power banks to Chennai. Now they are looking at very cheap power banks which could be donated to people who do not have power, who could charge their cell phones and other electronic gadgets. These will be available and could be delivered through Flipkart and Amazon, and this is the place where they can be dropped off as well. There's an address of Indra Nagar in Bangalore where they can be the people who are interested can go and drop it off. After that, there's more crowdsourcing initiatives which this website bangaloreforchennai.com lists. It says that there are also a lot of people who are offering to drive from Bangalore to Chennai. They are going there, so they can probably carry a lot of stuff, supplies to Chennai, and they can also be dropped off at the same Indra Nagar address which was listed above. So all you have to do is log on to this website called bangaloreforchennai.com, and then you can do your own bit. Back to you, Niranjan.
Right. Thank you for that update, Kashif. In fact, just one of the measures that citizens are taking, not just in Chennai, but cutting across cities. We've seen how people are, coming forward to help from nearby states. Bengaluru citizens trying to pitch in for Chennai. Bangalore for Chennai is the movement. It's what they're calling it on the social media. Let me go across to Danya Rajendran, co-founder of the News Minute, also helping us connect people of Chennai with the government of Tamil Nadu. You've been speaking to different people on the ground. Danya, you have your reporters as well. 8 of our reporters also in Tamil Nadu. You have some of your teams there. What are some of the complaints that people have? Because I think most of the people who've been calling here on the newsrooms are saying none of the helplines are working. That's been the complaint. What sort of other concerns? What are the other concerns that you're receiving this evening? Pooja, Pooja, if you can put that question to Danya. We were asking about the different concerns that people have. One of the concerns, of course, has been that helplines have not been working. We had at least about 25 to 30 helplines that are also being flashed on the screen on the Times Now bottom of the screen. We're also putting out those helplines out. But what are some of the concerns that people have apart from the fact that these helplines are not working? How are they reaching out to the civic body, to the government?
Dhanya, you have been reporting closely from the ground. What are the kind of complaints people are coming to you with, and what about the helplines that the governments have put out? How functional are they, and what are the ones that are working and the ones that are not?
I don't think any helplines which the government put out are working. Some of the relief centers, they were picking up calls in the morning. Out of some 30 relief centers, almost half said they are full. The others, the numbers put out by the Chennai Corporation, they would say, no, we are not a relief center. I've just got another message. This was a call which came through Times Now. This was one Mr. Venkatesh from Chennai, a relative called Krishna Kumar. So Krishna Kumar has been evacuated and he is safe. So this is a mail which had come to the channel. So now we have confirmed that man has been evacuated. So like I said, it's important that at least we know who is in trouble, so we could call them and ask, have you been evacuated? Are you safe now? Because there's no point in recirculating and sort of returning the same message over and over again. So now what we're doing is that we are sort of eliminating all those people from our list who have already been rescued. We have got so many emails or so many callers which you guys have got, list of those. So we are slowly eliminating those, and almost everybody is saying the same thing. There are no boats available. There are nobody they can call and ask. I mean, if the Chennai Commissioner comes live on the channel, he should be asked, where are the helplines? where is it working? Because nobody is able to get through any of these helplines to ask, look, who's going to come to rescue us?
Absolutely. In fact, the Chennai commissioner that we're speaking about also has not been in touch with anybody. Several media organizations, reporters have been trying to get in touch with him, you were saying, but he hasn't responded to anybody.
Well, today he has not been responding. In fact, newspapers to everybody is saying that everyone's sort of disconnected now. There are people waiting with food packets, there are people waiting with cars, but they don't know where to go. There's nobody in the government to coordinate. And I think they should realize that there are civilians who want to help, right? So there has to be some point of coordination. They are blissfully not even there on social media. So all that is definitely creating a confusion.
What about the Chief Minister's office? Have you gotten any response from them, at least when you put across that list that we've collated?
Well, yes, there have been efforts, like for example, the Global Hospital, when in the morning when there were messages, the PWD minister directly called the person who was in distress. So they are trying to help for sure. All of them are trying to help, and they are inundated with calls. But perhaps they could have done this whole thing better. They should have more coordinators, more numbers. You know, one mobile number of an IAS officer or one mobile number in one area is not going to work. There are so many people in distress. They have to start giving out more telephone numbers.
Right.
Absolutely, Niranjan. There you heard it. These will be queries that Vikram Kapoor will have to answer when he comes on air.
Yeah, we're trying to get through to him. Hopefully we should be able to connect with him sometime from now. And those are some of the questions we will have to ask him. Why are the helplines not working? What other measures is his civic body taking to ensure that people can connect with the authorities? What measures are being taken to those who want to reach out and help? Also on the bottom of your screens right now, you will see the 3 hashtags that you can use. An initiative that Times Now has taken. We've tied up with Twitter, 3 hashtags that you have that you can tweet with. And also if you, in your tweet, if you add Twitter India, tweet with the hashtag on your screen, and also add Twitter India to it, and they will retweet your message so that it reaches out to the authorities.